Have you ever noticed how hard it is to just sit quietly with yourself, even when nothing is wrong, even when you're safe, even when life finally gives you a moment of peace? Why is it that silence feels so loud? In the 1600s, philosopher Blaise Pascal said something simple but timeless. All of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone. It wasn't just poetry, it was a warning. Pascal noticed what most people never question, that when the world goes quiet, the mind doesn't. Think about it. You're not being chased, you're not starving, you're not in any real danger, but your thoughts are racing like there's a fire somewhere. Why? Because your nervous system has learned a pattern, a survival rhythm. Chaos became your normal. Stress became your baseline. So when life gets quiet, your body doesn't relax. It gets suspicious. You see, many of us grew up in homes or environments where calm didn't mean safety. It meant something bad was about to happen. The silence before the argument, the quiet before the door slammed, the stillness before the storm. So now, even years later, your body remembers. Peace doesn't feel peaceful. It feels dangerous. And so your mind gets to work. It starts digging, replaying old conversations, inventing problems, questioning your worth, predicting disasters that haven't even happened. Because the truth is, your brain doesn't crave what feels good, it craves what feels familiar. And if stress was familiar, then peace feels wrong. A long time ago, in ancient China, a philosopher named Zhuangzi shared a dream. He said, "I dreamt I was a butterfly, flying around, enjoying myself. Then I woke up, but now, I don't know if I'm a man who dreamt he was a butterfly, or a butterfly dreaming he's a man." He wasn't confused, he was wise. Zhuangzi was pointing to something deeper. That what we think is real, our fears, our identities, our assumptions, might be nothing more than a dream, a projection, a loop, a story we keep telling ourselves, and science backs this up. There's a term in psychology, emotional forecasting. It's your brain's way of guessing how something will make you feel before it even happens. But here's the thing. It's usually wrong. Studies by psychologists like Daniel Gilbert have shown. We overestimate how long pain will last. We underestimate how quickly we'll bounce back. We prepare for disasters that never happen. We worry about conversations that end up being totally fine. So when you're stressed, you're not reacting to reality. You're reacting to a projection, a simulation, a broken compass inside your mind, trying to help, but only leading you in circles. And every time you avoid something, every time you obsessively plan, every time you spiral, you tell your brain, "Yes, good job, you protected me." But it didn't. It stole your breath. It stole the moment. It stole your presence. You know what no one tells you growing up? You're allowed to hear your thoughts without believing them. You're allowed to feel fear without obeying it. You're allowed to notice anxiety and still move forward anyway, because your mind is not your master. It's just a tool, and like any tool, it can be misused. Most people spend their entire lives running from imaginary fires, dodging judgments that were never spoken, defending themselves from pain that never even touched them. Why? Because they believed the thought. They trusted the fear. They followed the worry. But your thoughts are not facts. They're patterns, echoes, old safety instructions printed by a younger version of you who didn't yet know how strong you'd become. You don't need to fight your thoughts. You don't need to fix them. You just need to see them. See the loop. Notice the worry. pause before you follow. Because that moment, that awareness, is your freedom. Remember what Pascal said? All of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone. Maybe that's because, in the silence, we finally meet ourselves. We face the noise inside. We hear the stories we've been running from. But if you sit long enough, if you breathe through it, if you stop gripping life so tightly, you'll discover something you've been chasing all along. Peace. Not the kind that comes from controlling everything, but the kind that was always there, underneath all the noise. You are not your worry. You are the one who sees it and keeps walking anyway. You've spent so much of your life trying to feel safe that you forgot what it means to be free. Because safety isn't just about locking every door, preparing for every outcome, or replaying every mistake. Sometimes, real safety is the courage to let go, to stop rehearsing pain before it arrives, to stop carrying every what if like a survival kit. You were never meant to predict every storm. You were meant to learn how to stand in the rain and still feel the ground beneath you. Healing isn't about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you were. Before, the world taught you to be afraid of peace. And here's the thing no one says out loud. That part of you who worries, that voice that keeps whispering something might go wrong, it's not your enemy. It's a younger version of you, trying to protect you the only way it knows how. So instead of fighting it, try listening with love. Say, I see you. I know you're scared, but I'm safe now, and we're okay. Because when you meet your fear with compassion, it begins to soften. You don't have to earn peace by solving every problem. You don't have to chase stillness like it's hiding somewhere out there. Peace begins the moment you stop running, the moment you stop gripping, the moment you realize nothing outside of you needs to change for you to feel calm inside. Because you are not your anxiety. You are the space it passes through. You are not your overthinking. You are the awareness watching it all unfold. There's a deeper you, silent, steady, unshaken. And that part of you has always been here, waiting beneath the noise, beneath the fear, beneath the identity built on survival. Imagine this: a lake, perfectly still, reflecting the sky without effort. When the wind comes, the surface ripples, but beneath, it remains calm. That's you. The thoughts are wind, the fears are ripples, but you are the lake. You are allowed to be still. You are allowed to feel safe, even when nothing is happening. You are allowed to rest without guilt. You are allowed to not worry. And most importantly, you are allowed to trust peace. So the next time your mind races in the silence, the next time your heart beats faster and calm, remember, it's not a sign something's wrong. It's a sign something new is happening. Your body is learning a new rhythm, one without chaos, one without panic, one where peace isn't a stranger, but home. You are not broken. You are just learning how to feel safe in a world that finally stopped hurting you. So breathe, be still, and remember, peace isn't found, it's remembered, and it's been waiting for you all along.